welcome back to Hold the Phone YouTube. Here are our best bets for the NBA Finals game number 1. We appreciate each and every single one of you for tuning back into the best sports betting show here on YouTube. Like the video, subscribe to the page as we appreciate each and every single one of you. On the other side of this screen, it is time for the main event of the evening. Introducing first, fighting New York Knicks.
That's pretty good.
And the San Antonio Spurs. All roads lead, representing the Eastern Conference.
Yep.
The New York Knicks.
Yep.
Out of Madison Square Garden. Jalen Brunson standing 5'2".
5'2", yeah.
Going against the San Antonio Spurs, fighting out of the Alamo. 7'12", Victor Wembanyama. Fighting out of a solar system, a planet we've never fucking seen before. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. For the first time in a long time, a lot of people don't mind who wins the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
Call me Jeremy Sohan.
Yeah, I think it's going to be one of the most enjoyable finals we've had for the last 10, 15 years.
Yes.
Everybody's wanting to watch. There's no real villain in these finals.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It is really beautiful. And also, too, it's a big question mark. We really do not know who's going to win this thing.
Yeah.
You can make a guess, but I really don't know. I think it's going to be Spurs. Do I know that for sure? No.
Way to blow your load early. Knicks. They haven't lost since Christmas. They've literally
very hot.
Have ran over everyone in their sight, from the Philadelphia
Yes.
76ers to the Cleveland Cavaliers, now to the final. 11 straight wins in a row, a postseason franchise record for the Knicks. First time since 1999, looking to win for the first time since 1973. On the other side, Victor Wembanyama, he saved basketball. No more flop like a fish, fucking bullshit around the kitchen. They beat the Oklahoma City Thunder, the clear-cut favorite. Hell, the round before that, they beat the Minnesota Timberwolves. Now, all worlds collide. On one hand, like I said to you, Danny, this fucking matchup is unbelievable. You have Victor Wembanyama, Stephon Castle, Dylan Harper, Julian Champagnie, De'Aaron Fox. Other side, Karl-Anthony Towns, Mikal Bridges, Jalen Brunson, OG Anunoby, Landry Shamet, Deuce McBride. I mean, this is unbelievable.
Yeah, I have not looked more forward to watching NBA Finals like I have to this one. I mean, last year, yes, that was a good matchup, but this year especially, I didn't give a shit about Heat Nuggets. I didn't care about Mavs Celtics.
Yep.
I didn't care too much for.
Yeah, that series sucked. I mean, Pacers Thunder was fun.
That was fun.
Game 7 was unbelievable. Like, that was going to be cinema.
Yeah.
But no one really loved the Thunder, and the Pacers were an incredible Cinderella story.
Yeah,
and that ended not so chill.
This is going to make for a hell of a series, and both these teams are fun to root for. Both these teams are fun to watch. Minimum, I think it's going to be 6 games. But yeah, then again, like whenever I get in bed with the Spurs, I wake up and I'm like, I kind of like the Knicks now, or I go back and forth. This is going to be a great series. Both these teams deep.
Yeah, for diving
and healthy too. Both these teams are relatively healthy, so this should be very fun.
Let's look at it on the smaller scale for just game number 1. Game 1, we're staring down the barrel, -4.5 in San Antonio for the Spurs. The Knicks, as we just mentioned, are on an 11-game win streak and are now a 4.5-point underdog.
Yeah,
pretty sketchy.
Pretty definitive wins too, blowing teams out of the water.
If you've been rolling over the money lines for the Knicks, you'd be a millionaire. You wouldn't be watching this show, that's for sure. You'd be in the Bahamas somewhere. Or maybe the French Indonesian, somewhere out there over European action. Then for the Spurs, you're at home. You just took down a 60-win team, not just 4 times, 8 times. So just looking at the strength of these two teams, on one side of the basketball, not only did the Spurs beat the Thunder, but they also had to take down the Minnesota Timberwolves. Yeah. Who would have given anyone in the East fits. This isn't to take away this Knicks run. However, when you look at the Hawks, the Sixers, no Oregon Embiid, and the Cleveland Cavaliers, I don't think it holds the jockstrap of what the Spurs have had to go through. Which, in my mind, we've looked at these championship runs so far this season. We talked about in March Madness how the national championship was really Michigan versus Arizona on the other side, with the UConn getting a win. Like, that was the real national championship for Michigan. When they go into the national championship, get the job done. On a bigger scale, we looked at the NFL when we saw the Seattle Seahawks and the LA Rams go against each other in the NFC Championship, and that felt like more of the Super Bowl for that team coming out on that side than it had been for the New England Patriots and the Denver Broncos.
Yeah, that did for sure.
You know, and in all of those cases, it held true that the team who took down the bigger, badder opponent then went to the final and got the job done.
Yeah, we'll have to see, though. I mean, 7 games takes a toll on a team.
But I don't know with a young team.
Could work out in the Knicks' favor. Yeah, I mean, then again, too, that's true, too. The Spurs are young. I think this is going to be a great series. I really don't see it being quick. I don't really see it being an advantage or a disadvantage for either team. Both teams are like equally hot and both riding an equal amount of momentum, in my opinion, both playing great basketball.
Yep.
This is going to be great. It's going to make for a great series.
I do believe that slight edge, slightly more bets have been placed for game 1 on the Knicks. Because why
for
not?
The Knicks to win game 1?
Yeah, you have an experienced team, though they're on the road. A team in a game 1 of the series would usually tend to steal that first game.
That's kind of been the trend this
We
playoff.
saw the Trailblazers do it against the Spurs.
Wolves did
We
it.
saw the Wolves do it. You know, but Danny, you want to give your pick?
Oh, no, the Wolves didn't do it to the Nuggets. I'm taking the Spurs. Flat out. I don't know. I like the Spurs. I've seen this team pretty much. I don't know what the right word is, if there's a word that exists that'll capture what the Spurs did to the Thunder, but they completely shut down the champs the last 2 games I've watched. Right?
Yeah.
They were down 3-2. They go in there, they beat the Thunder, the Oklahoma City Thunder, who, up until literally 3-4 days ago were being talked about like they were going to ruin basketball and keep winning championships and just blaze through everybody this year.
Yep.
So like something's got to be said about this Spurs team doing what they did.
Yeah.
You just handled the defending champs who looked untouchable. Now then again, not a lot's being talked about AJ Mitchell and Jalen Williams not playing.
Correct.
They're second and third best scorer. But the Spurs just destroyed the Thunder. I would like to ride that team in and go get it done against the Knicks. And then again, too, with the Knicks, you could be scared that they maybe have lost a little bit of their Thunder sitting out for as long as they've sat.
Well, yeah, I mean that wasn't the case versus the Cavs, but I don't think the Cavs.
The Cavs are not, but they're not the Spurs. You know what
Correct.
I mean? Like
That's
the
what I
Spurs
mean.
team.
And also at some point, I mean, we remember in the first round when they dropped down 2-1 against the Hawks, and everyone was calling to fire Mike Brown. And it feels like when the highs are high, the lows are low. It felt like even the Cavs blowing that 22-point lead against the Knicks, that completely changed that series. And also to go back, the Blazers didn't steal game 1. They stole game 2, the game that Wemby got knocked out. And then it was game 1 at home for the Timberwolves stole against the Spurs. So we have seen a team go into San Antonio in game 1 and steal. I don't think they're going to make that same mistake here.
No. Wemby's just playing. I think the only thing that's going to stop Wemby from winning his first championship is going to be some sort of catastrophic injury. He looks like he's possessed. He's chosen this year to do it. You know what I mean?
And look, I'll say this narrative. Their first game of the series at home versus the Timberwolves, they lose. Their first game at home against the Oklahoma City Thunder, they lose. I don't think they lose 3 home openers in a row of a playoff series at home. I think that this is a brand new storm, a brand new ball game, a way taller of a task for the New York Knicks. Mikal Bridges isn't going to continue to shoot 70% from the field. I don't expect Landry Shamet and Deuce McBride and all those guys to continue to just flame through their way all the way through this championship. Look, at the end of the day, I love both teams. Both teams deserve this. But for game number 1, I'm going to take the Spurs minus 4.5 to make it 14 out of our last 15 against the spread bets. So I don't want to hear square. I don't want to hear bullshit. I don't want to hear anything from the fucking anyone. Because right now, as we stand, we've on our last 14 playoff games against the fucking spread, where 13 out of 14 have come home. We had a perfect 7-0 7-0 in the Western Conference Final between the Spurs and the Thunder against the spread. And now it is time for the biggest series of them all, the NBA Final. And look, I don't want to hear any of your fucking shit. We're going 14 out of our last 15. We're getting another against the spread victory to come home. Give me the Spurs -4.5 to come in, get the job done, and hand the Knicks their first loss in a month.
Yeah, it's gonna be loud in there too, fellas. You got to consider that. Knicks haven't really played a force like that in the playoffs yet. This playoffs, I mean, what's his face talking all that shit about Philly.
This is Greg Popovich's final student.
It gets loud in San Antonio, like it really, really does. They have a really good home court advantage in the playoffs, especially. So it's going to be this is not going to be an easy place to go in and win. It should be fun.
All right, let's do our game prop. Now I'd like to take a quick moment for our sponsor, SeatGeek. With over 70,000 events on the app, including the NBA Finals, the MLB all season long, all summer long, and the World Cup, no other app to join on and get seats than SeatGeek. Use code LOCKS10 to get 10% off your next set of tickets over on SeatGeek. So my game prop, Danny, is something I mentioned on yesterday's episode. It's for the series. It's a fun sweat. We're going to take Victor Wembanyama to hit a three-pointer in every game of the series. We're riding it. We're going to ride it. It's -130. And in game one, for Wemby to hit 1 3.
Did he do it last series?
No, I think he went one game without. But game one for him to make it. But now it's the NBA fucking finals. You know?
Yeah, that should hit. That's an easy one to keep track of.
Also, Wemby in game one to hit a 3 is -750. And it really seems like down the stretch in those OKC games, he was letting it fucking fly. Wemby went 6 of 7 games with a 3 against the Thunder. And then went 3 of 6 games with a 3 against the T-Wolves. But this is the NBA Finals now. Let's get Wemby to hit a 3 every game. You know, how hard could that be? Let's get to our same game parlay. A little same game parlay action. Game one of the NBA Finals, 4 legs plus 300. Put it in the pipe and fucking smoke it. All roads lead to these 4 legs. This is the script. Get the pen and paper out because I don't know who sells this parlay plus 300. This is how you get the juices flowing for the NBA Finals. Who has it better than us on a Wednesday night? Knicks, Spurs, leg number 1. Give us OG Anunoby, 15 plus points. I think he's going to have a monster series. I'm going to think that he is going to be one of the X factors if the New York Knicks want to get this job done.
This is the best player on the Knicks. This is the star player of the New York Knicks. If they're going to win the finals, it has to come through OG. This is going to hit right here. 15 plus, easy food. Let's go to the next.
Leg number 2. We're going to go with a point prop on the other side of the basketball. The fucking just...
And again,
the
safe
future.
play for you here.
The future.
Gabo. Picking the best player on each team. It's a safe play for you.
Yeah. Give us Dylan Harper for 10 plus points.
That's easy. And I'm surprised they're giving us 10 plus. I would take 20.
Yeah.
Come on.
We're taking the best 2 players on both teams.
Yeah, and that's also the way you guys should be starting all your parlays. You take the best player on each team and you
just juggle.
You do something there, whether we points or rebounds or assists.
Yep.
And you start your parlay with that.
For leg number 3,
come on.
Give us Devin Vassell for 2 plus 3s.
Safe play again. We're not fucking tight roping here, fellas.
We're not reinventing the wheel over here.
We're wearing bubble wrap. We're wearing our seatbelts. We're putting our fucking helmets on.
I mean, what the fuck?
And we're running the football. Devin Vassell, he's been playing out of his mind.
He does not miss 3-pointers.
He's been playing out of his mind.
There's one thing that he does on the floor, and that's shoot it behind the arc. And let me tell you, they always fucking go in.
And you know what, Gavin? He strokes it. He does.
We're gonna get 1 early, and then all we need is 1 more.
And just like you were saying about Wemby down the stretch, Vassell when they need one, he's got a way of just fucking stroking one from behind the arc. Especially down the stretch.
Easy.
And then let's finish it off with the 4th here.
And then our 4th and final leg.
You couldn't spell easier with this.
Yeah, for a seat at the table, all we could ever ask for, all we could ever dream of to bring home plus 300, 4 legs, NBA Finals, game number 1 on a fucking Wednesday night. This is why we gather here to find winners. Give us Jalen Brunson for 2 plus 3s.
For 2 3-pointers.
2 3s. So we have one gentleman on one side of the basketball to score points. That's OG Anunoby.
Happens to be the best player on that team.
On the other side of the basketball, we need Dylan Harper to score a couple points.
Best player on that team.
Then we're going to need a man on the New York Knicks to hit a couple threes. He goes by Jalen Brunson.
Best shooter in the world.
And then on the other three side, we're going to have Devin Vassell for 2 threes.
Also best shooter in the world. Boys, that's 4 easy ones right there to win how much? How much does that take home?
$100 brings home 400.
Okay.
Brick by brick here. So, without further ado, give us the Spurs -4.5. Give us Wemby to hit a 3 in every game of the series, and give us that 4-leg parlay. Short, sweet. The only way out is through. What other sports betting show on YouTube is going to give it to you like this? Fucking nobody. So we appreciate each and every single one of you. And as always, any last words, Danny?
I mean, it doesn't get any simpler than that, really. I don't know. If you're not on board there, that's an easy one. It's the first time in a while where I've kind of been like, you know what?
Loop's getting married this weekend.
That's when you go with. Yeah, Loops is getting married.
If you're not dropping a sub at this point, I don't know what will.
A very rare non-hang gliding accident.
Yeah, Loop's on the altar giving his vows, saying we need a little more subscribers. We need a couple more subscribers to hold the phone YouTube.
Loops is probably getting a brand new haircut right now.
And with that being
probably
said,
wait for a couple days.
We'll see you on the other side.